about like a lot of the decision-making processes and like developing a new work, I think about them pretty pragmatically. I think about joke making and comic object as being central to my practice, even though the works that I make aren't always funny or like exclusively funny. I use that methodology of joke making and the comic a lot to create this kind of moment of incongruity, of surprise. And I like that way of thinking about sculpture, because if you have this kind of concrete goal, then all of the other decisions along your process become more pragmatic. You're like, it's either towards that goal or it's not, and you know kind of where to bring the volume on lots of decisions. I found out that I was accepted for the residency. I knew I was going to be coming to Vicksburg, and I started doing some preliminary research from Berlin, like what kind of stuff I could get access to. And one of the archives that I could access was the National Labor Relations Board database. So because I'm interested in labor histories, I thought I would see there if there was anything on file about Lee Paper Company or Simpson Lee or Fox River before the paper mill went out of business in 2001. And there was only one case involving the mill, and it was in 1969 when the mill decided to stop their, at that point, traditional practice of giving holiday turkeys and hams to every mill employee, and the workers really revolted against it, and they took a complaint all the way to the National Labor Relations Board, claiming that this was illegal work practice. The story really struck a chord with me. That's the kind of story that I like to find when I'm researching a place, because it has this element of the ridiculous, but it also, through kind of delving into that story, you can find out a lot about what it was like to work at the mill, what it was like to be in this town, what has changed from 1969 until the present day in labor relations, in workers' rights in the US. Also, what the function and the role of the NLRB was and is, and how that's changed. Cool to find out that the story wasn't ubiquitously known here in town, because that can happen. You come from the outside and you find something, and then everybody's like, yeah, of course, we know, that's not news to us, which it can still be interesting for me. I can learn a lot. But it was nice to be telling people that I had found about this story, and they were interested in it and wanted to also find out more about the history. So that, that's just that's fabulous when people in the community are also like, oh wow, that's cool. Let's see if we can talk to some people and find out more about the impact and the ramifications of that story. So I met with Leanne Seaver, who then wrote an article about it for the local paper, and then I was able to get in touch with Larry Johnson, who was working at the mill in 1969, and told me about his first-hand experience remembering the workers' dispute about the turkeys, and he was the one who told me that they called that campaign, the workers called that campaign "No Turkey, No Workey," which is amazing as a title for the project and slogan for their movement, and so it really did feel like a nice way to be able to meet people in this community and learn about the history of the mill. Through that, and also going to the Historical Society, the history of the mill, the Bardin family that owned and managed it up until the 60s, and it just feels like through tracing this story, I kind of could have more connection to the community here through my residency, and not just be like a transplant from somewhere else for a month.
And is it of the affection you feel for the here that
and reluctant to see the whole trend down the valley away from the river. It must be screening and I'm sure it's the way of the future is the way things are going to go, and to me that's just the whole thought that I'm reluctant to see. And I guess you better not put that in.
We've been speak about that.
That wouldn't sound very good. But I don't see any reason why, if with proper management, the mill can continue to operate for a long time.
Well, I know you have a meeting. I have, right, that's quite all right.